Hello, Grand Rapids. Mayor Rosalynn Bliss here with our city manager, Mr. Mark Washington, for a couple of updates for you as we all continue to stay home and stay safe. A couple of really important reminders as we all work together to make sure that we are doing our part in preventing the spread of COVID-19. We want to make sure that you continue to honor and respect those physical distancing rules that we're all living by right now. And what we mean by that is we want to keep about a 6-foot distance between ourselves and other people. Another reminder is that if you do have to go out, please make sure that you are wearing or have access to a mask that you can put on, especially if you need to go into a store to get some of those basic staples that we're all needing right now as we stay home and stay safe. So this past week, our city manager and our city leadership team provided a very in-depth update to the full city commission on the work that's being done right here at City Hall as we work through this pandemic together. So we're going to give you some updates on that today and then offer a few more reminders. So I'll turn to our city manager now.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. This past week, we had the opportunity to brief the full commission and give them an update on operations. And we are making sure that we continue to provide essential city services, but also that our employees are working in a safe manner as well, and the public is being safe as well. One of the things that we talked about was an update on homeless services. We've been in partnership with the United Way, with Degage, with Mel Trotter, and many others from Kent County in making sure that we provide safety and shelter and housing for the homeless population. But we also talked about launching a homeless outreach street team with our public safety departments, our police department, our fire department has stepped up and has assigned staff to a detail that will be proactively patrolling our streets to make sure that our homeless populations are kept safe as well. So they'll be checking on them, make sure that there is a safe physical distance whenever they're gathering in public, but also ensuring that they're available of the resources that are here in our community for them to take advantage of.
We've also heard from a lot of folks who are business owners right here in our city who are very concerned about weathering this economic storm as they continue to be shut down. And so we have done a few things internally. Our city manager has set up a business investment team to help business owners navigate all of the different relief packages, both at the state level and the federal level. So if you have any questions about how to access those resources, you can call 311. There was also a website put up by a number of our partners in our community, COVID West Michigan, and you can find information again on that website. And then we also want to figure out ways that we can support from home our businesses that are still trying to operate. So there's a lot of restaurants and retail shops that are locally owned. They're owned by people you and I know, our neighbors, and they really are looking out to all of us to help them get through this tough time. So there's a way that we can support them. So we set up a one-stop shop where you can go and look at all of the different locally owned businesses, small businesses who continue to operate during this time, and find ways to support them. And that is at lovelocalgr.com. So you can go to that website and find out what restaurants are open, who are delivering, you can swing right by and pick up retail shops that you can order some of their products right online. So I encourage you to join me, that we all band together in supporting our small local businesses, because as we open back up after this pandemic, we want to make sure that they open back up with us.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Yes, we are very grateful for the partnership of the Chamber and the Right Place, as well as Experience Grand Rapids, in helping us to build this public-private partnership with various coalitions and a diverse group of businesses. I also want to talk about some of the changes we made in park operations. We've been learning as we've been trying to flatten the curve and what is responsible. As much as we know that people need to get out and about and enjoy our trails and our parks, We also want to make sure that we minimize the spread of COVID and that people are able to maintain appropriate physical distancing. And as such, we are the parks will remain open, the parks, the dog trails, all of our trails will remain open, but we will be closing certain amenities. Things like tennis courts and basketball courts, or our soccer fields, playgrounds, picnic tables, the restrooms on parks, all of those will be closed out of the concern for public health. I know that that might disappoint some of our residents, and we've already heard some feedback, but I think it is hopefully for a short time, and it will help to make positive progress as we flatten the curve. Our experience in West Michigan, we are very fortunate that we don't have the devastating experiences that we are seeing throughout the country. And we want to continue to be in that mode of prevention. And so please help us do that. And again, if you do see someone that is not following the governor's order or one of our local orders, do not call 911. Please call 311 and we'll make sure that we have staff to follow up on that.
So we continue to work here at City Hall, both our entire city leadership team as well as the City Commission. Going into next week, we have a scheduled City Commission meeting. We will be shifting gears a little bit as we move to an online platform and do that meeting remotely. But a couple things to note is that you can follow us on our city's Facebook page or our YouTube page. We will be making a few changes to the timing. So next week on Tuesday, the 14th, we'll be starting our morning subcommittee meetings at 8 a.m. And we'll do those one after the other until our committee of the whole meeting. And then we'll have our public 7 p.m. meeting set up where we'll have a couple options for folks to weigh in electronically to get your feedback as we deliberate and make decisions next week. So stay tuned for additional details about that. Then a couple other just reminders as I close. Really 3 numbers to remember right now. If it's an emergency, 911. If it's a non-emergency and it's a city-related issue, if you need help with the business investment team, or if you need help with your census, please call 311. So there's a lot going on right now, but as we are home and staying safe, I encourage you to fill out that census form. In the city of Grand Rapids, we have about a 51% response rate right now, so we have a ways to go. It's really easy. You can fill it out online. You can make a phone call and fill it out, or pretty soon paper forms will be arriving in the mailbox. So please join us in being counted. Right now is more important than ever as census data is utilized as the federal government and the state government figures out relief packages. So please take the time, it's 5 or 10 minutes, fill out that form. And then if you need assistance to meet any of your essential needs, I know a lot of families, a lot of individuals are struggling right now, please call 211. If you need help with rental assistance, if you need to figure out where you can pick up some food, if you need help because you're struggling emotionally and you need somebody to talk to, please call 211. So three numbers to remember, 911, 311, and 211. And most importantly, please stay home and please stay safe.